Hello and welcome to SATV News. This is Nahin Tahir with our headlines. Prime Minister urges businessmen to do business thinking about countrymen as world experiences Russia-Ukraine war and COVID-19 pandemic. China will continue to work closely with Bangladesh to ensure development, peace and stability in the region, says Li Jiming. SATV and BRT buildings should be demolished if necessary to protect green space in Dhaka, says Mayor Atik. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina called upon the businessmen to do business thinking about their country and its people as the world is going through a crisis due to the Russia-Ukraine war and the COVID-19 pandemic. She made the comment while exchanging views with the country's importers and exporters of consumer goods at her official Ganabhavan residence in Dhaka today. The Prime Minister said that the last 14 years during the Army League government, businessmen of the country ran their businesses and made profit without hindrance. Indicating that the previous BNP government, she said that at present, businessmen of the country are free from the pain of Hawa Bhavan and Development Wing of the Prime Minister's office. Chinese ambassador to Bangladesh, Li Jiming, said that his country would continue to work closely with Bangladesh to ensure development, peace and stability in the region. He made the comments while speaking to the latest installment of DCAP talk at the National Press Club in Dhaka today. On the Rohingya crisis, Ambassador Li said China is making effort for the early repatriation of the Rohingya to their homeland, Myanmar. The envoy said that China shares the same view as Bangladesh on the Ukraine issue and highlighted the importance of having dialogue and discussion to resolve problems peacefully. He also talked about the debt management, global development initiative and trade and investment issues. Dhaka North City Corporation DNCC Mayor Atik Islam said the SATV and BRT buildings should be demolished if necessary to protect green space in the capital. He added that the building was built by destroying the city forest. They also wanted to take up the project to destroy the city forest that is still intact next to the SATV. The mayor made the comments while speaking as a special guest at the Nagar Katha in the Dhaka hotel today. He added if people want to do something in the city, they must take the permission of the city corporation. Mayor Atik said the destruction of green areas and open spaces would not be allowed. Health Minister Zahid Malik said although the number of dengue patients increased, the health department is well prepared to provide proper treatment to all patients. He made the comment during a program at Sheikh Russell National Gastroliver Institute and Hospital in the Dhaka today. The minister said people are now receiving international standard treatment in the country. He also said the government is working to ensure international standard treatment not only in the capital city but also elsewhere across the country. Besides, the minister said the government is also planning to produce vaccines locally. Concerned authorities of the health sector talked about various development issues at the program. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is expected to inaugurate the lay foundation stone of several development schemes at Para Seaport on Thursday to ensure its smooth operation with better facilities. The Prime Minister will virtually inaugurate the development schemes involving around Taka 11,072 crore from her official residence Ganabhavan in Dhaka. The 8 vessels to the inaugurated included 2 pilot vessels, 2 heavy-duty speedboats, and a buoy-laying vessels and a survey boat and 2 tugboats. Once the construction of the first terminal, the 6-lane highway and the bridge is completed, 3 foreign ships carrying container or bulk cargoes will be able to dock simultaneously at the Para Seaport. The High Court questioned the role of Anti-Corruption Commission ACC in bringing back laundered money home. The bench of Justice Muhammad Nazrul Islam Talukdar and Justice Khizir Hayat also said the anti-corruption watchdog is sleeping on the matter. Bangladesh Financial Intelligence Unit BFIU informed the High Court today that it wants to sign agreement with total 10 countries in a bid to fight money laundering. A report in this regard was submitted to the court, which instructed BFIU to finish the task within 3 months. Coast Guard and Fire Service diving teams recovered the bodies of the 8 people who went missing after a sand extraction dredger capsized in Mirshorai Upazila of Chattogram because of the tidal wave caused by the cyclone Sitrang. They found the bodies of Imam Mullah, Muhammad Mullah and Zahid Bari this morning. The body of another worker, Al Amin, was also recovered on Tuesday night. 4 others were still missing. Fire Service official Imam Hussain Patwari said efforts were on to recover the rest of the bodies. There were 9 workers on the dredger, Shaiko 2, when it capsized in the Shondip channel of Mirshorai coast because of the strong winds and wave during cyclone Sitrang on Tuesday. Salam, the only one who managed to swim to safety, said his 8 co-workers had been trapped inside the dredger. A Rohingya young man was shot dead allegedly by some Rohingya terrorists at a camp of Ukia Upazila in Cox's Bazar district today at early hours. The deceased was identified as 26-year-old Jashimuddin, a resident of number 10 Rohingya camp in the Upazila. Police said that some Rohingya terrorists entered the camp and opened fire aiming at Jashim. He was rescued in a bloody state and taken to MSF hospital, where the on-duty doctor declared him dead. The body was later sent to Cox's Bazar Shodar Hospital morgue for autopsy. Additional police have been deployed in the area to avert further untoward situation. Police are also trying to arrest the involved people in the incident. Viewers, we are taking a short break, so stay with us. Welcome back, and you're watching SATV News. On his first day full as a Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak has been meeting his new cabinet this morning before facing opposition leader Sir Keir Starmer in the Prime Minister Questions Time this afternoon. Sunak has pledged to govern with integrity and has included people from different wings of the party in his top team. But Labour has criticised the reappointment of Suella Braverman, popular on the Troy riots, as Home Secretary just 6 days after she resigned over data breaches. Foreign Secretary James Cleverly has defended the decision, saying Braverman made a mistake and apologised. Key figures in both Liz Truss and Boris Johnson's government have also returned to the cabinet roles. Senior leader M. Mallikarjun Kharge took over as the president of India's main opposition Congress today. Kharge took the charges during a function a week after being elected to the top organizational post, replacing Sonia Gandhi. This is the first time the reign of the party is going to a man outside the Gandhi family in 24 years. Sonia, her son lawmaker Rahul Gandhi, daughter, and party's General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra were present at the function at the Congress headquarters on Akbar Road in New Delhi. After stepping down as party chief, Sonia today said she was feeling relieved as she passed the baton on to Kharge. Russia continues to strike targets across Ukraine, causing damage and killing civilians as its forces are preparing for battle in the strategic southern region of Kherson. The General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces also said today that more than 40 settlements were hit by Russia's strikes on Tuesday. The General Staff said Russia used a combination of airstrikes, rockets and missiles to hit Ukrainian targets. Regional Governor Valentin Renchelonov said in the central city of Dnipro at least 2 people, including a pregnant woman, were killed in the Russian bombardment. Ukrainian presidential advisor Oleksiy Arestovich said the Russian forces are digging in for the heaviest of battles in the southern city of Gulshan. The United States, Japan and South Korea warned that an unparalleled scale of response would be warranted if North Korea conduct a 7th test of a nuclear weapon. The warning was issued today amid concerns by the U.S. and its regional allies that North Korea could be poised to resume nuclear bomb testing for the first time since 2017. North Korea has been carrying out weapon tests at an unprecedented pace this year, firing more than 24 shots and medium-rare ballistic missiles in the recent week, including a missile that overflew Japan. U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman said that the U.S. will use its full military capabilities, including nuclear, conventional and missile defense, to protect its allies, Japan and South Korea. Minos Ireland pulled off a huge upset today, stunning world number 2 England by 5 runs with a fine bowling display in a rain-affected match to throw the T20 World Cup wide open. After being sent in the bad, Ireland captain Andy Balbirine, with a score of 62 runs, led his team to 92 for 1 wicket off 10 overs before a mid-order collapse saw them all out for 157 with 4 balls remaining. The England slumped to 29 for 3 with just 1 boundary in first 5 overs as the Irish bowlers found pace and movement. They struggled to get any momentum. It was Ireland's second massive upset of the tournament after their West Indies in the first round to send the 2-time champions home.
That extra bounce, Sterling tries to go after it, it's a good...
Before ending, we go through the headlines again. Prime Minister urges businessmen to do business thinking about countrymen as world experiences Russia-Ukraine war and COVID-19 pandemic. China will continue to work closely with Bangladesh to ensure development, peace and stability in the region, said Li Jiming. Setu Bhavan and BRT buildings should be demolished if necessary to protect green space in Dhaka, says Mayor Atik. You're up to date with the top stories so far here on SATV, and to know the latest in SATV news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with us.